For years, Nikon photographers have been waiting for something special, a true successor to the legendary D500. That camera wasn't just another DSLR, it was a statement piece that set the gold standard for professional APS-C performance. Rugged, incredibly fast, and capable of handling anything from wildlife to sports. The D500 was adored for its reliability in extreme conditions and its ability to deliver full frame level results at a much lower price. When Nikon finally discontinued it, it felt like the end of an era. And while the company's mirrorless DX cameras like the Z50 and ZFC brought compact fun to casual shooters, they never quite satisfied professionals who needed speed, toughness, and precision. That's why the excitement surrounding the rumored Nikon Z90 has exploded. It might just be the long-awaited D500 reborn for the mirrorless age. Whispers suggest that Nikon is preparing a true professional APS-C mirrorless camera, one designed not just to fill a gap but to dominate its class. The Z90 is rumored to carry a brand new 33-megapixel APS-C sensor, which would make it the highest resolution DX sensor Nikon has ever produced. For wildlife and sports shooters, this could be a dream come true. A higher resolution means more freedom to crop images tightly while still retaining exceptional detail. If Nikon uses a backside illuminated or stacked sensor design, that could further improve low-light performance, increase dynamic range, and deliver faster readout speeds, all vital improvements for capturing fast-moving subjects without rolling shutter distortions. In short, this new sensor could bring Nikon's APS-C technology right up to the standards of today's top-tier mirrorless systems. Speed is the soul of any camera in this category, and the Z90 is rumored to continue the D500's legacy of lightning-fast performance. Leaks hint that it might shoot between 15 and 20 frames per second, potentially even higher using an electronic shutter. If true, that would put it right alongside serious competitors like Canon's EOS R7 and Fujifilm's X-H2S. A large, efficient buffer capable of handling hundreds of raw images would make it possible to keep firing during long bursts without slowing down. For action and wildlife photographers, that kind of consistency can mean the difference between catching a once-in-a-lifetime moment or missing it entirely. But it doesn't stop at stills. Video performance is expected to be another highlight. The Z90 could offer oversampled 4K video at 60 frames per second for incredibly sharp footage, along with high frame rate modes, possibly 120 or even 180 FPS for buttery smooth slow motion. This would transform it into a true hybrid camera for creators who need both top-tier stills and video in one compact body. Imagine a single camera that can go from shooting a bird in flight to capturing cinematic B-roll without breaking a sweat. That's exactly the kind of versatility modern shooters crave. Perhaps the most exciting rumored upgrade is in-body image stabilization, or IBIS, something Nikon has never included in its DX mirrorless cameras before. This addition would be a major leap forward. With IBIS, every lens, whether old f-mount glass adapted to Z-mount or the latest native DX optics, would instantly benefit from stabilized shooting. For handheld wildlife or low-light photography, this could be a game-changer. It means sharper shots, smoother video, and more creative freedom in the field without relying on tripods or gimbals. If Nikon truly combines IBIS with its new high-speed sensor, the Z90 could become the most stable and dependable APS-C camera Nikon has ever made. On paper, this rumored feature set paints an incredibly compelling picture: a high-resolution APS-C sensor, blazing burst speeds, advanced video, and IBIS all wrapped into one body. In doing so, Nikon could finally position itself against strong competitors like the Canon EOS R7 and Fujifilm X-H2S, both of which have dominated the professional APS-C segment. Canon's R7 offers blackout-free continuous shooting and sophisticated autofocus, while Fujifilm's X-H2S is known for its stacked sensor with near-instant readout. Nikon has been missing from that race for years, but the Z90 could finally put it back in contention, offering professionals the portability of a crop sensor system without sacrificing performance. However, Nikon's biggest challenge may not be technology, it's strategy. The company already has two powerhouse full-frame cameras, the Z8 and Z9, which are both known for their incredible speed, autofocus, and video performance. If the Z90 comes too close to matching their capabilities at a much lower price, Nikon risks cannibalizing its own high-end sales. But if the company holds back too much to protect its full-frame line, it could end up delivering a camera that feels compromised compared to Canon and Fujifilm's strong APS-C offerings. Finding the right balance will be crucial. Professionals want a capable DX flagship, not a watered-down version of something better. Another major factor that could determine the Z90's success is Nikon's DX lens ecosystem, or rather, its lack of one. Right now, Nikon's lineup of Z-mount DX lenses is limited and mostly geared toward beginners. There are few fast primes and almost no professional-grade telephoto options designed specifically for the smaller sensor. That means serious shooters might have to rely on heavier full-frame FX lenses, which defeats the purpose of having a compact DX body in the first place. In contrast, Fujifilm has spent years building a rich ecosystem of APS-C glass tailored for pros, and Canon's R system allows full-frame lenses to adapt easily. For the Z90 to reach its potential, Nikon will need to expand its DX lens lineup or release new, lightweight telephotos that complement the camera's performance. Pricing could also make or break the Z90's impact. Current rumors suggest a range between $1,500 and $2,000 for the body-only, positioning it squarely in the upper enthusiast to semi-pro bracket. That's competitive enough to tempt wildlife and sports shooters who can't justify the cost or size of full-frame systems. Combined with the natural reach advantage of the APS-C crop factor, turning a 400mm lens into the equivalent of a 600mm, it's easy to see why this camera could be a hit. Add in high-speed performance, IBIS, and pro-level video, and the Z90 starts to look like a serious tool for professionals who want portability without compromise. Timing, though, is everything. Since Nikon discontinued the D500 back in 2022, the professional APS-C space has been wide open. Canon and Fujifilm have already stepped in, claiming users who once might have stayed loyal to Nikon. Every month that passes without a competitive DX flagship risks losing more of that audience. If Nikon wants to regain its place in this segment, it needs to act fast and release the Z90 while the buzz is still alive. Despite the challenges, optimism is high. For many Nikon fans, the Z90 represents not just another camera, but a symbol of revival, a chance for Nikon to reconnect with professionals who have been waiting years for a worthy successor to the D50. If it delivers on its rumored specifications, this could be the moment Nikon reclaims its crown in the APS-C world. With a high-resolution sensor, blazing frame rates, IBIS, and professional-grade video, the Z90 could offer a balanced mix of performance, portability, and affordability that's been missing from Nikon's lineup. Of course, Nikon will still need to navigate a few tricky decisions, protecting its full-frame lineup without holding the Z90 back, expanding its DX lens options, and launching quickly enough to stay competitive. But if it pulls it off, the Z90 could very well become the camera that brings Nikon's APS-C line roaring back to life. The D5 will set the bar for professional crop sensor photography, and now, years later, the Z90 might finally be ready to take that legacy into the mirrorless future, faster, sharper, and stronger than ever.